Yo everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play RimWorld with post-commentary! Yay! Once again, I am talking in the future or the past, depending on which perspective you would like to see things in. What a way to open an episode. Anyways, I'm here putting in, moving the heater about so then we can have things a bit more, just keep the construction area a bit more doodad-dee. And then I realised Crimson was spending time arting instead of researching, which, I'm sure we'll get him to do lots of sculptures for us and then sell them all, so then we can get lots and lots of money. There's a mechanic in the game that a lot of the difficulty, like the size of a disaster or raid or whatever, is based on the value of your colony. So of course having lots of statues, lots of money will make harder raids, but the biggest thing is still people. Like, a person definitely increases the amount of people that are in the value of your colony. Like, I think a person is valued at 2,000 to 3,000 plus. I'm not too sure. Oh, we have a refugee chased at Ye's pad. Let's see. Bill, he's a nurse. And he's 32 years old. There's 7 people in total. We've only got 6. So, it's a hard choice, but we kind of need people, so eventually I say yes. Here's Bill. And he is lazy, so he's slower. He's slowpoke, so he moves slower, and he's abrasive. So, yeah. And he's also a pacifist. He's incapable of violence. So he's not going to help in any raids or any fighting. But he does have a nice medical skill. He also has artistic as well, but what also is nice about Bill is he's a cook. So he's going to primarily be our cook and medic. Just trying to sort things out in terms of who works what. Of course, he's been the cook. And I'm trying to balance things out. And I think when he doesn't cook, he'll clean. Although I doubt we'll get him to a stage where he won't be cooking. He won't be not cooking? Yeah, semantics. He'll probably be cooking a lot, is what I'm getting at. As we have... I'm still debating here, I would imagine, on what to do with the research. And it kind of sucks because while Joe is good with the research, the fact that Crimson can't do much else kind of limits it, so Also moving turrets around, because I know these guys are coming from down that corner where Bill was. So I can kinda work ahead. I'm even going so far as to make some sandbags. Boom. Which will, provide a good amount of cover for us. Let's have a look at them. Kind of scary, alright. Right, everyone get recruited. And over here. Well, I let Yay continue to sandbag. More steel. Okay, cool. And then get Yay involved. And I was wondering if I got enough sandbags for the people, because I just drew the line quickly. But luckily, I did just enough. So this attack, you could see things are going quite well. 3 of them already down, 4, and there we go. It's very simple. Oh, we got that other person just in the nick of time. I feel like there's a mechanic that the more survivors that escape, the more well known they are about your base, and they'll plan things out a bit better. Especially if you have lots of traps and whatnot, but for now, it works. It worked out well. So we did get the victory for us, and now we're gonna just set things up. And you know, we got Bill, who's an extra pair of hands and a cook, someone that I can now get Yay to focus more on construction and potentially hunting. And it's that time again where we need to make more graves. There is a tech in the game building. Oops. Fix that quickly. There we go. A tech in the game, the crematorium, which would let us burn the bodies. Though part of me kind of likes having a giant graveyard, but we will have to eventually get that tech. Looks like Yay was the only one hurt, but it was only from a punch. So, you know, nothing too big. This whole thing wasn't that big of a raid, and saying sorry to Yay, but get to work. You don't have time to prioritize sleeping from a punch. So yeah, now I'm sectioning off a part of the wall. I don't know if I need to keep the batteries cool. I'm never sure if that's a problem. Oh, and I also noticed we're out of power, because I disconnected the actual cables by mistake. Oh, and then we get another raid. These guys are a bit more intimidating. And we have no power right now. So I'm just moving these turrets a bit further back. Cat, you move this turret. Yay. You... everyone... No. Trying to select... Nope. I'm pushing the wrong button. There we go. Control. Get everyone into position. Try and get John to be at the end with the shotgun. I'm sorry to interrupt your meal, but can you please focus on the power? Yeah, we now at least got it going. Thankfully they haven't looked into attack just yet and gave us enough time to move things. And I'm just moving this turret up a bit more so that actually covers people that will get involved in the fight. And then everyone's just now ready for the raid. Probably could have kept people further back. Now they're just getting a bit antsy. You know, waiting for the raid. There we go. And it's starting to rain as night falls on this raid. Trying to push Yay forward because I didn't want them to go up and then around. I wanted them to get this way. Doggy, no! Get out of there, dog. Okay, we got one. They do have a lot of bolt action stuff, so they outrange us quite a bit. So I grab Yay and Cat, and we're gonna go around this hill and hopefully flank them. Because not only do we need to survive, but it would also be nice to get some of the long-range guns. Oh, someone got hit. Cat got hit. Oh no. Oh. Right. I'm gonna get Joe. Try to think now. Gonna put John. Have him run up. Oh, yeah, he's fully healed. Good timing. There we go. John got the kill. He's the other one with the bolt action rifle, as is him. However, there is one that we managed to get to drop. So that is joy for us. So everyone unrecruit. How bad is Cat here? Death in 22 hours. Got shot in the arm. And the hummus. So it should be fine. So allow all the things, and I'm gonna get Coco to go. No, maybe not Coco. I'm just trying to look at the range of weapons and such. And Joe has a very short range weapon, but Joe is actually really good with shooting, so he's gonna get the bolt action, long range goodness. It should hopefully help in the end. Worst case scenario, I don't know. So yeah, now we managed to survive another raid, almost back to back. Oh, and Joe is having a tantrum. So he's basically going to go around now breaking things. Or smashing things up. And you'll go and punch the art statue, and then go and punch something else. Typically he won't break something, but it does mean we've got a bunch of repairs that we need to go and do, and all this annoying stuff. However, you know, out of all the mental breaks that are in this game, this is not the worst one to have. You're just gonna go around, punch a few things, then he'll feel better. Just go around, hit a wall. Now, if something's low durability as well, I'm pretty sure it will break. But we'll see. There's just a pump shotgun on the floor. There we go. He feels a lot better now. You can see he's got the 40 mood boost from Catharsis that'll last 3 days. So Joe should be fine for a while. And then let's see, builds up, and then immediately start working on healing, which is all good. Yeah. I'm just gonna make sure that people prioritize getting these guns indoors. And then work on maybe doing some more graves. The others I'm fine with. They can wait. I just need enough to house the unfortunate souls that thought it was a good idea to raid Ye's pad. And because we can never have too much steel, let's just queue up some more. Also, once again, it's ideal in a way having Coco being a hauler, because she'll prioritize. Well, she'll deal with the dead bodies, and being a psychopath, the sight of dead bodies doesn't affect her whatsoever. Which is very ideal. Thank you, Coco, for being psychopathic. It's actually quite a powerful skill, trait to have. If you had a whole colony of psychopaths, you could do some very powerful things, such as harvest someone's organs, capture someone, harvest all their organs, and then sell them to slavery. Or just continue to harvest organs until they die. Or, you know, capture people, sell them to slavery. Because normally they're negative mood boosts to all them. Doing those things, psychopaths mean nothing to them. So it's quite powerful. So we're looking into cooking, upgrading the cooking menu list job bill to add bill to fine meals, which basically require 2 different ingredients, and the food is basically better. Yeah, fiddle about with this. Try and aim for 100, and we'll unpause when we get to 50. And we're going to keep the simple meals first, because I like having simple meals as a backup. You can see me debating there which one to do. Pause when satisfied, and stick that on 30. But it will probably take a bit before we start seeing some fine meals. You can see we've now got a nice amount of kibble. So yeah, the colony's going. Well, we're 7 strong. We've got some more guns that need hauling. I wouldn't mind if there was like an option to prioritize what things to haul. Ooh, Ye's got a shoot frenzy. It's probably a mod for that now that I stop to think about it. There's very lots of mods, lots of mods in this for this game, and I've decided that yeah, Ye, she's got a shoot frenzy because she's got such a positive mood, all that loving, clearly helping. But yeah, as I was saying, all the words. Lots of mods for this game, but I wanted to make sure I played on vanilla first. Because I felt it was important. I like how I missed doing a roofed area here. I will get around to doing that at some point. But I felt like it was appropriate to have a couple of games first that were vanilla, so to speak. Because I can see it being harder to go back to vanilla once you play with some of the mods here, because there's some really fun looking mods. But we'll worry about that at a later date. For now, we've got this colony to go, and you know it's still going, which I'm still amazed by. As of right now, this is possibly my favourite RimWorld run. There's a couple others that stand out. another lone survivor, not lone survivor, lone explorer, rich explorer, whatever the scenario is. Just the one person. I always like them ones. I did one once that went quite well. And I also did a ice sheet challenge, which I'm amazed I did well. But semantics. Just filling dead air right now as I'm watching around. We don't have much medicine. And yeah, this is all fully set up, but we're waiting on the cloth before we are able to make the poker table and the billiards table. But we do have some cotton growing, so it's just a matter of time before that happens. Not yet. Need to set Bill's sleep schedule. Yeah. All nice and exciting. As we go, we've got a decent amount of bricks. So I think it's time to start considering building a wall, a defensive wall. Claim more of this area for ourselves. I'm making it too thick. Purely because it helps. People tend to not want to bother trying to get through a too thick wall. Or, you know, encourages them not to. I'm trying to think now where I would put other walls. Considering bottlenecks and such. And I laugh almost as I look up. Almost all the north is non-defended. But, well, you know, we'll worry about that later. Just start mapping out the prison cell. Some nice beds, some tables, some chairs. The potted plant even. Let's take that there. Yeah. And the nicer the prison, the easier it is to get them to join, essentially, because they'll be in a better mood. I'll be like, wow, this place is kind of cool. So queue up some more mining. It really does look like that steel goes all the way through. I could just see a tiny bit there. Don't know if I'll mine all the way through though, because I kind of like having that there as a nice defensive structure. Anyways, I'm just making sure that John doesn't art. And some other doodads. And for the time being as well, I'm just going to consider... What am I considering here? I'm not sure. It's fine though. It's got some more steel. Every time the game like freezes like that, yeah, it always makes you worry, because that's typically what happens when they spawn in a bunch of things, be it a trader, be it a caravan, be it an event. And there's some very scary events that can happen. So anytime it hangs like that, it's like, oh no. Okay, so yeah, we're just going through. Making sure that people have plenty of jobs to do. And, you know, that we're getting our jobs getting done. So we've got some heel root being harvested. But cats all over the place. It's like, not all of it's been grown at the same time, so she's all over the place. And I'm just saying, probably that I would much rather them start working on the wall rather than down there. So a lot of this game is about managing this tab, because you want to make sure people do. So you go hang, and then you got a sent us a message about a group of bandits, and you know they want us to take them down, and the reward is a sniper rifle, which is in excellent quality, and a triple rocket launcher. So there's a lot to consider. There are only 3 enemies, but let's go and check out what it is. Oh yeah, we have to generate the planet because saved, close the game down. So we just go wait for the planet to load. This is the one problem about having the big full 100% world generation, is every time you quit the game and load again, it has to regenerate it. So let's see, it will take us 1.2 days. And then yeah, I'm like, oh, I'm trying to think. Trying to determine the range of a turret and the range of Ye's charge rifle, and see whether or not they can stand outside of the turret range. Although I'm reminded that, you know, we do have Joe with his bolt action, who will probably be coming with us, which has an even bigger range. And then, yeah, I'm definitely leaning towards we should totally do this, and it'll be totally fine, and nothing bad will totally not happen. So yeah, let's get here and form caravan. It's going to be Ye, Joe, yeah, and probably group of 3. So I'm thinking humming and hawing who to take with me, because we also want some people to hang back in case something happens at the base. But I decided John is probably a good idea. Now let's take some food. And we'll take enough so then it doesn't start rotting, because it will only need 2.2 days. Taking a look around. Medicine. I'll take the herbal meds with us in case we need to patch ourselves up. Everything else, however, I think we're good. I don't think there's anything else. We'll choose our route. Boom. Double check everything. Everything looks fine. And go. Confirm. Boom. So now, Ye, Joe, and John are going to basically gather all the things that I told them to, and then the 3 of them are going to go on an adventure to clear out the bandit camp and hopefully get a nice new sniper rifle. So you can see at the top here, you've got the 3. I'm not sure why Coco is grayed out there, but you got the 3 in a separate group as they travel. You can switch between the 2. All is good. And now I just have to hope that nothing bad happens, both in the actual camp and our settlement. I'm trying to figure out why do we not have any cooked fine meals. It takes me a while to realize. Not sure when I do. It was like, yeah, we have enough food. I mean, I know that's cotton, but just checking. Yeah, we've got quite a lot of food. No, these guys are rested now, but we didn't bring bedrolls, which is silly. Bedrolls essentially just makes it a nicer comfort when sleeping outside. Yeah, that's it for this episode. See you in the next one.